joining tonight's training, which is on the MSC system. So I feel like it's very 50-50 as to whether people realise or not that we've now got the direct MSC contract in place. Some people do seem to know, but others don't. It is on the Travel Cafe, and it will tell you exactly how to register. But just for those of you who aren't too sure, you need to email, I'm just getting the correct email address. You need to email michael@archertravel.com to be registered. So it is it's not a self-registration. And unfortunately, as you guys will have heard before, the issue I've had is just the manpower for myself to be able to do all of this. So Michael has very kindly said that he would do it for us. So I don't want everybody to absolutely bombard him with your details for registration. Just when you need it, or if you, I know some people really do want to get in there and get on the system, see the training, all that kind of thing, then please do go ahead and drop Michael an email. I'll tell you exactly what I need when I log in the system. But he will get you signed up for MSC. We've done MSC presentations in the past, so for anybody who hasn't seen them, you can go back over the trainings and have a look at that. But now that that's in place, now that I know Michael's got access to the UK site and things like that, I thought I'd go ahead and do a system training for you. It's not the most difficult system in the world. Just being completely honest, I also don't think it's the most user-friendly one that we've got. So Royal Caribbean are an absolute pain in the backside with regards to registration, as we know. Excuse me. MSC is that, but the system itself it could be a little bit easy. So let's just go for it. Let's have a look into it and go from there. So I'm going to show my screen. Lorna, could you just let me know if you could see that?
Yes, I can.
Thank you very much. Okay. So obviously, again, once you've registered, you will get the link, etc. But it's mscbook.com is what you need. And you'll be logging in. Now, the first time you log in, it will probably show you a map. And you just need to click UK on there, and then it will bring you up the login page. So, like I say, once you've been registered, put your username and your password in, and away you go. Okay, so it will come up any important information, clearly. So anything that you need to know, it will just tell you on there. So this is nothing major as such. I know obviously it says important information there. Simplify your workload and your customer's experience by providing the final consumer's contact details at booking stage. So if you can literally get your client's passport, maybe a copy of the passport or passport details, all that kind of thing at the booking stage, it just means that going forward, sorry, I've just had some issues with Tatiana there. Hopefully she can get in now. Sorry. Yes, it just means that you're saving time further down the line with regards to, onboard check-in and things like that. So anything you need to know will be there. And then, as you can see that we're logged in up here. So just along the top, let's just forget that one. Oh. Any promotions, any deals, if you want to know about the Voyagers Club, for anybody who doesn't know, so they all tend to use slightly different wordings for it, but it all means the same thing. It's your captain circle, it's your repeat guests, it's your personal treat system for your clients, for those that have travelled with, in this case, MSC before. It's the Voyagers Club. So if you want to know about that, or you want to register your client on their behalf, again, we've spoken in the past about just going that little extra mile. You can go ahead and do that for them. You can go in and have a look at each experience. Now, again, for those of you who haven't seen the MSC presentation, I did put all of the experiences on there and explain the experiences. And what I mean by explain them is simply that they're one of the only, excuse me, sorry, they're one of the only cruise companies that actually do this. So no matter what kind of cabin you have, so you could have the lead-in inside priced cabin, or you could have like the super duper luxury balcony suite. You can still choose an experience, and that is basically what you get included. So the cabin doesn't matter how much you paid or anything like that. You can add on different experiences and they will include different things. So it could be including spa, including different a la carte restaurants and what have you, but it will tell you under there. And then Discover MSC. So that is obviously on board. So the yacht club, the family and children side of things, the entertainment, the dining, sport and fitness, MSC for me, the sustainability and any news packages. So that includes the drink package, the drinks packages, excursions, restaurants, etc. Even the laundry's on there, and any wedding packages in case you do get any questions around that. And then any deals there as well. So that's under product and promotions. I'm really sorry, I've got such a frog in my throat today. You can go into each individual ship and you can have a look at the deck plans, at the different restaurants, at the different facilities, all on there, as well as the destinations and the ports that they travel into. You've got your sales tools on there. Now, I know for a lot of you guys, when it comes to your social medias and things, you're always asking about marketing tools and what have you. So you've got a product toolkit, flyer building, you can get brochures, any technical sheets, logos, maps, and a photo gallery as well. You've got your training system on there. So should you want to complete the actual MSC training, you've got the MSC Masters and the Cruises Travel Agent Guide. You don't need to worry about the profile side of things. I think that's more for my reports and things like that. And if you want to sign up for the newsletter and the special offers, you can do that just there at that side as well. Excuse me. What I will just check very quickly is with regards to what we need. Obviously, I don't want to be showing anybody's details. That's fine. So if you are emailing Michael for your registration, if you just send in your full name, send in your address just in case, definitely your telephone number, your email address, and your agent ID. If you send him those things, then he's going to be able to complete your registration as soon as he's kind of in the office rather than having to come back to you for anything. So if you make sure that you've got those details on the email when you send it across, you're not going to go wrong. So, excuse me. The one that we missed out, this first one here, booking, is simply because that's the main one with regards to checking prices and things that we're going to be using. So individual booking is actually where you would check the prices, check availability, go ahead and make the booking. So we're going to go into that one in a second. But you can see on here, you have got managed booking. So should you need to change anything on a client's booking, should you need to add any passport details, anything like that, you can pop those in there. And then as you can see, before departure, so you've got frequently asked questions, any accessibility and medical requests, web check-in. So you can obviously encourage your clients to download the MSC app and to do the check-in themselves. But the truth of the matter is not everybody's going to be comfortable doing that. And we are here as a part of that service. So if they don't feel comfortable, or if you just want to offer it outright and ask the question, would you like me to do it for you? Then it's all on there. E-tickets are in there as well, any documents and visas. So you can see from a website perspective, there is really a lot that they've sort of built into this one website. All your sales tools are in there, all your training documents are in there, you know, ship by ship, destinations, it's all on there. So as I say, what we've come for is the bookings. So you'll go up here and you'll go into individual booking. Now, as I say, it's not that it's a difficult system per se, it's just, it could be a little bit easier, and that's exactly why I've gone into this. So with regards to the from and to, this is obviously your date search. Now, something that they do very well, and I know they're not the only ones, but they do very well, is that you can search quite a large range of dates. So I could put the 1st of September there to the 30th of November. I could go later than that if I wanted to, just obviously for us doing it on here on screen. I don't want too many results coming up and it crashing, which, as you'll know, we've had before. But if you do have clients who are quite open within the date ranges, then obviously pop those in there. Again, very, very straightforward. How many adults, how many children, how many junior children, so you can see there 2 to 11, 12 to 17, and how many infants. You can search more than one cabin as well. But we're just going to leave it like that for now. If you've got somebody who wants to go from somewhere specific, so for example, if you have a client who is in or lives in Barcelona, you can pop that in there. If they want to go to a specific destination, you can also put that in there as well. They may even know the ship that they want. You can pop cabin type in there. So, but again, if you leave that blank, it's going to give you a selection and an idea of price for them all. So you can be a little more strict on it if you want to be, or of course, if your clients sort of know more of what they're after. The other thing here, you can see available cruises is not ticked. So if you leave that unticked, it will also give you the ones that sold out. I don't know the reason for it. I genuinely don't. But I just don't see why we would want non-available cruises to come up. So not that it's neither here nor there, but I will just tick that, to be honest. And then you just go ahead and search. This is sorted by date order, so this will go from the 1st of September that I asked for. You can see you can change that by price, by destination, by duration, etc. I'll leave it as it is because obviously we don't need anything specific. And there's 860 cruises found between September and November, and the itineraries are 385 itineraries. So the reason that there's such a big difference in those, first of all, obviously, I've put quite a wide range of dates in, but also you can see here, just looking at this one, that goes to and from Genoa. It's a 7-nighter, and it's on the MSC Seaview, and there is your itinerary here. You can expand it, should you wish to, and get the full timings and everything. But you can see that it, with regards to the dates I've put in, it's giving us every available date. The other thing that you'll notice is the green here. That is the cheapest date for the dates that I've put in. So if it's got the green tick there, that's the cheapest date with regards to that itinerary. And obviously, keep going down, you're going to get exactly the same thing here. So all the different itineraries are going to come up. I mean, there's page after page after page, as you can see. Like I say, we have put quite a wide range in there. So let's just stick to this one. So when you click on it, what it gives you here is just basically a little bit of an overview. So I've clicked on the 23rd of September simply because we've got the little green triangle there, meaning it's my cheapest date. And what it's telling me is an ocean view cabin. PC is per cabin, is 6 from, of course, 1608. And a balcony is from 2102 per cabin. Now, if I just check the one underneath, although obviously they are very different itineraries, this one goes out to Rome, this one goes out to Barcelona. The reason I've stopped here is because you'll see that this has got a different box. So same here, obviously very different prices. We'll stick to the green triangle because that seems to be something I'm very weirdly honed in on. So this one here, my blue box is giving me my cabin prices for an ocean view for a balcony. This one here is giving me my blue box per cabin, ocean view and balcony. But obviously I've got my grey box here. I don't have it here. What that is telling me is this cruise has got no flights available. This one has. So if you get this grey box, I mean, it does kind of tell you there. Again, it's just not necessarily the most obvious of why there's this grey box. This grey box is a flight and cabin price. So you can go through to book now, but you can also just check the flights here. So the available airports on this cruise are Dublin only. So you'll notice that it didn't ask anything. Didn't ask anything about flights. It didn't ask anything about if I want fly cruises, what departure airports, nothing at all. It will just bring up exactly what is available. So if I keep going down a little bit more and try find another one, basically long and short of what I'm doing here is I'm going to try and find another option where we might have a range of flights available rather than just the one airport. But if that doesn't go too well, which it's not currently, then I'll go back into that one and just show you what you would do with regards to the flights and with regards to the cruise only. So seems to be very much a no-go here. So I think what we'll do is we will go back, check these. There, that's more like it. Right. So this one here, where are we going out to? So we're going out to Civitavecchia. So we're starting in Rome. The 5th of September, the 12th of September is the cheapest date. And as you saw, when I clicked on the check flights, Glasgow is available, Manchester, Dublin, Edinburgh. On another date, you may have more, you may have less. Glasgow, Manchester, Dublin, Edinburgh, same ones. So it will tell you exactly which flights are available without having to go right the way through to then be disappointed, is kind of my point there. So if I click that I want flights as well, so you can see you can do it as cabin only, or as you can do, or as the package. So if I click on a package here and I go into book now, it will bring up this page here. So we've asked for 2 adults, so just double check that that's not sort of reset or anything like that. Already included in your cruise is your dining, your entertainment, your activities, and any family bits and pieces. And what I want to do is I want to confirm that selection, which was the 12th of September for 7 nights. And definitely want cruise and flight. You can see here there's more than one offer. So you can click on each one, and unfortunately there's no yacht club. That would have been really helpful because we've seen the price difference. But here we've got fly cruise reduced drinks or save and sail fly cruise. On the top there, it will tell you all the different promotions and things that are on. So you'll know sort of what you're looking at when you're in there. And then let's start at the bottom here. So you've got your interior cabins and you've got your prices from. You've got your ocean view. You can see obviously the ones that aren't available and the ones that are. You've got your balconies and you've got your suites. And on this occasion, there's no yacht clubs, they're all gone. The other thing you can see is the different colours. So they are your different experiences. The Bella experience, the Fantastica, and the Aurea experience. So again, for those of you that don't know, either go and have a look at the presentation that I did a few weeks back, or of course you've got it all up there, your different experiences and what they mean. So, and of course your from prices are there as well. So if we just click into any, really, see your costings there. Any special offers that they've got on, so any internet packages, specialty restaurants, spa packages that people might want to add on prior. And we're just going to confirm that that's the kind of cabin that we want. You can view your cabin. It will give you an automatic cabin number. If you want to change it or if you want to see it, you can click there. Just going to go ahead and we're going to proceed with that. This is then where we get our bits and pieces. So our flight options. So we already kind of know what's available, and we know that our client wants Manchester. So we're going to have a look at those results there. And of course, there was an issue, because why wouldn't there be? Let me go back and try a different one. For those of you that are new on here, and you'd probably be laughing now. For those of you that have been on here a few times on these trainings, you'll know this seems to happen every time I'm trying to do a training. And it's just typical. Yeah, something's wrong with that. This obviously is a system issue rather than an us issue, shall we say. There's an issue on the flight request. Please get in touch with the contact centre. Okay, so long and short of it is, when we have this have gone right for us, when we put in what our clients asked for, you would click see results and the flights would come up there and you would literally add them on. And it's simple as that. Obviously, that price would change if there was any price difference in the Manchester flights, etc., etc. The other thing that you can do is you can see your commissions and things on there. And then you can also quote it. So if you're wanting to send it over to your client, you can actually quote it. You can pop their details in there. What I would recommend for anybody doing things like this for the first time, if you are sending a quote, send it to yourself first. Just for the simple reason being, you're not really going to know how it looks. Although they wouldn't put the commission and things on there, there may be things that you would want to change. There might be things that you want to overtype and what have you. So send it to yourself and then forward it on to your client. You're just not going to go wrong that way. That went terribly, terribly wrong. Let's just go into here and see if this one works, just so I can show you. Let's just confirm our selection. You know, this is the reason I purposely only asked for 2 adults as well, just in case. Let's proceed. Let's have a look up. There we go. Okay. So I will be totally honest with you. I don't know which one I clicked into here. Just one that I saw had flights available. 2nd of September to and from Barcelona. We'd already seen on the front page that the only flights available were from Dublin. Well, that's exactly what we wanted, so that's fantastic. And you can see there that when I pressed see results, obviously the available flights came up. So in this case, it's Aer Lingus. Of course, it's direct. And it's £0.0 to add that on. So had other airports been available there, so if there was a Manchester, a Glasgow, a Birmingham, whatever it may have been, then obviously that front page where it says the from price, that would have included the cheapest airport. So when you see the results and you've got a list there, it may be that some of the airports might have plus £50 or something like that. Like I say, they'll pop the cheapest one in there. Again, you've got your commissions, etc. down there. You can now see on the included excuse me, sorry. I don't know if you noticed, I tried to press see results and it says it's already inserted. So again, you can't really go wrong with that. It's telling me, no, you can't have a look at the flights because you've already added them on. And then you've got your included services there as well. So again, you can either proceed if your client's going with it there and then, or you can quote it. Send it to yourself, see how it looks. If there's anything you need to change, just going off something that we spoke about last week, I think it was, you know, you don't know until you start doing it. Is your quote going to have DUB and BCN rather than Dublin and Barcelona? You know, those little things that we were talking about, that jargon, etc. Just it's nice to see and change anything that needs to be changed on there. You've also got adding your coaches and things on there, your airport airport to port transfers, any car parking at the airport. So that's at Barcelona if you've got anybody that's already over there. You can add car parking on for them. So your bits and pieces that you would need with regards to the cruise itself are all there as well. And then should you find decide otherwise, just go back to your first page and it will take you back to the search results. And to be honest with you, it really is as simple as that. Now, I'm not going to bother going into group cruises and things. We're not necessarily at that point yet. I know a couple of people have sort of asked about it, but not to the point where I feel like it warrants having a training. We're not here to confuse anybody. If the timing is right, if people start needing to know about group cruises, things like that, then we'll absolutely go ahead and do it. But we don't need it as of yet. So it's going to be individual bookings for now. Your promotions are also down the side there. As I said, if you've got bookings that you need to go into, you can search that down there as well. And you can see they put everything on there from the Yacht Club offer of 20% per person off, the save and sale, which you saw on the cruise that we were just looking at. You can go into those and find out exactly what's going on. And they'll even pop on there what's going on at sea. So they've got Dirty Dancing, Summer 26 from Southampton, so you can have a look at those. It's basically like a little bit of a news page there. Wow, World Cruises for 2027. All on there for you as well. So I will thank you everybody for watching. We will see everybody again on Thursday for Thursday's training. So thank you all very much.